Hello, my dear nurses. This is Sanitha Abin RN, registered nurse. Today, I'm going to talk about some basic ABG interpretation that is very important for a nurse, especially when she is working in critical care area. And first basic thing that we need to know is what is ABG. ABG is arterial blood gas analysis, and let's talk more about it. And I will also discuss some basic concept that you need to know for better understanding of this lecture. ABG stands for arterial blood gases, as we already discussed. It gives the measurements of the acidity or alkalinity of the arterial circulation, and it also measures gases such as oxygen and carbon dioxide. Now we are going to talk about 4 important components that are there in ABG: pH, CO2 or carbon dioxide, HCO3 or bicarbonate, or PaO2 or oxygen. Let's talk more about it. Now, the pH. pH is the measurement of how acidic or alkalotic the blood is. Normal value for pH is 7.35 to 7.45. Let's talk about the significance later, but the second value is PaCO2, which is the measurement of carbon dioxide, and the normal value for this is 35 to 45. It is very easy to remember 35 to 45 as our pH is 7.35 to 7.45. You can just relate with that. When I am talking about PaCO2 or carbon dioxide, it is being controlled by lungs. And of course, we breathe out carbon dioxide. One more thing I want to relate with PaCO2 is acid. The more carbon dioxide you have in your blood, the more acidic your blood is. If more than 45, acid, and less than 35, basic side. Now let's talk about HCO3 or bicarbonate, which is 22 to 26 bicarbonate is controlled by kidneys. Both kidney and lungs work hand in hand to maintain pH of 7.35 to 7.45. This we discuss later. Again, let's talk about bicarbonate. Here we have to think about more basic side. When carbonate is more than 26, your blood tend to be basic side. In the other hand, less than 22 bicarbonate tend to be on the acidic side. Lastly, PaCO2 or oxygen. This is also regulated by lungs. Normal value is 80 to 100. It is important to check the oxygen level, but to interpret the ABG, we do not need SpO2 level to know its respiratory or metabolic, but less oxygen tells you how hypoxic your patient is. Again, let's do a quick revision. Less pH, acidic; more pH, alkaline. PaCO2, carbon dioxide, which is regulated by lungs. So carbon dioxide means lungs, so it is always respiratory side, lungs. So increased carbon dioxide is acidic side, less carbon dioxide or PaCO2 is base side. Okay, and third one, HCO3, it is just opposite. High HCO3, which is in the base side, and less HCO3 or bicarbonate, that is in acidic side. So again, I just want to remind you, bicarbonate, which is regulated by the kidney. Now let's talk about actual ABG interpretation, and these are: identify acidosis or alkalosis by looking at the pH, and second, we are going to identify whether it is respiratory or metabolic by looking at carbon dioxide and bicarbonate. Third, we are going to identify if it is compensated or uncompensated. Let's see. Now let's talk about the first step, identify acidic or alkalosis by seeing the pH. Again, our normal pH is 7.35 to 7.45. If your pH is less than 7.35, you have acidosis. More than 7.45, you have alkalosis. Let's see some example. So let's see pH 7.28. Can you tell me whether it is acidosis or alkalosis? Of course, it is less than 7.35. So it is acidosis because less than 35 is acidosis. Now again the second example, pH 7.47, and you already know it. If it is more than 7.45, it comes in alkalosis. So now you know if it is less than 3.5, it is acidosis. More than 4.5, it is alkalosis. Now step 2. We are going to identify whether it is respiratory or metabolic. Again reminding you, PaCO2 is regulated by lungs, that is carbon dioxide, and HCO3 or bicarbonate, which is regulated by your kidney. Now your PaCO2 is abnormal while the carbonate is normal. Then you have respiratory, because I told you PaCO2, carbon dioxide, which is regulated by lungs, so it is a respiratory condition. In the other hand, just opposite, when PaCO2, that is carbon dioxide, if it is normal and bicarbonate is abnormal, then we call it metabolic. Again, bicarbonate is controlled by the kidney, so it is metabolic, kidney metabolic condition, so it is a metabolic condition. Now let's see some example for respiratory acidosis and metabolic alkalosis. So you can see in the picture, for the respiratory acidosis, I have given an example. pH is 7.26, that is less than normal limit, and PaCO2, which is 49, that is more than normal limit, and the HCO3 is 26, which is normal. So less pH, more than normal PaCO2, so it is acidosis and respiratory, so it is a respiratory acidosis. Next we can see the another example for metabolic, just opposite. So again see the example, that is pH is 7.50, that is more than normal, so it is coming in alkalosis side, and PaCO2, carbon dioxide, is 37 within normal limit, and HCO3 is 35, which is increased. So you can see pH is 7.50, that is coming under alkalosis side because it is increased, and HCO3, that is increased again, which is falling under basic side. So HCO3 35, that means metabolic, and pH 7.5 increased, so that is alkalosis. So it is crystal clear, it is a metabolic alkalosis. I hope you understood. Now let's see how to interpret the third step of ABG interpretation. Now let's see the step 3, identifying whether it is compensated or uncompensated. So normal HCO3 is 22 to 26. It is very simple. If HCO3 or bicarbonate increased or decreased, that means the bicarbonate is trying to help the pH to come into the normal level. So that is called compensated. But when HCO3 is in normal level and no changes at all there in the value, that means HCO3 is not trying to bring the pH level into normal level. So it is uncompensated. So that is all about it. I hope you might have understood something from this video. I know it is a very tough thing, but if you really made a note and if you revise it, you can really make difference when you look after your patient. And thank you so much for watching my video, and God bless you. Bye bye. If you really like my video, you can subscribe, like and share to your friends. Thank you so much. God bless you.